About 50 million years ago, the collision of the Indian subcontinent with Asia created a vast plateau. As a result, Tibet, the highest highland in the world, was created, which is called the roof of the world. It is difficult to breathe in this sky-high land. But a unique world has developed here. In the lap of this sky-high plateau, there are inaccessible valleys, sacred mountain peaks, hidden caves and spiritual traditions. Everything has developed almost isolated from the outside world for centuries. Here, every mountain slope, every river and every field is surrounded by mysteries and ancient stories. Although there are many fact-related videos of Tibet online in Bengali, there is not much information about the incredibly beautiful natural beauty inside Tibet. And that is why our arrangement today is about the unseen beauty of Tibet. Let's step on the path of this inaccessible and natural beauty of unseen Tibet, where new surprises are hidden behind every word for you. In the Chammu region of eastern Tibet, the three major rivers of Asia, the Mekong, the Salween, and the Yangtze, flow smoothly through the mountains. Interestingly, an ancient trade route called the Three-Horse Road once ran through this remote valley. Yak caravans carrying mountain tea from Yunnan province used to reach Lhasa by crossing the Jiri mountain pass on this route. And today, National Highway 318 has been built along that route. It is about 5,000 kilometers long from Shanghai to the Nepal border. However, this part of Tibet is the most famous. Many call it the road to heaven. This spiral road, passing dozens of high passes and skirting the sides of snow-capped mountains, seems to rise towards the sky. At every bend, colorful prayer flags flutter in the wind, blessing the pedestrians. Then comes a terrifying mountain road. This inaccessible path has been twisted by 72 sharp tigers on the Jiang mountain for a kilometer. There are no railings in many places and it is surrounded by a blanket of fog. A slight misstep means falling into a deep gorge. Once, caravans loaded with tea used to travel on this winding path. And today it has become the ultimate test of courage for adventurous drivers. Numerous Buddhist mantras carved on the stones along the way silently wish the passengers well. As you leave the main road and move along a quiet path, the surrounding villages seem to disappear. Only the sound of silence in the air. At such a time, a range of mountains in a bright red color appears on the horizon. These mountains, colored by iron ore, have been known to the locals for centuries as sacred. They believe that the souls of gods and goddesses reside in these red mountains. At the base of this mountain, at an altitude of about 5,000 meters, an ancient Buddhist monastery hangs from a rock, one of the most remote and highest monasteries in the world. There is no path visible from below. It seems as if it has been miraculously stuck to the mountain. When it snows in winter, all communication with this monastery is cut off. An otherworldly silence awaits those who come to meditate at such a high altitude. There is no electricity, no sound of people, only the strong mountain wind and the soft fluttering of prayer flags around. In the surrounding caves, monks have been meditating silently for years. Yes, their soul's search is hidden in this hostile wilderness. But Tibet does not end all its surprises here. A green valley in another world lies ahead, like a piece of heaven in the heart of rugged Tibet. The name of this region is Ningxi. It is like the Switzerland of Tibet. Due to the relatively low altitude, the climate here is mild. The dense green forests in the valley and the colorful flowers along the slopes of the mountains have turned green. Under the snowy peaks, the sky-high pine forests and the wet valleys are a rare combination that cannot be seen anywhere else in Tibet. The Erlungshangpa River flows through this region, which has created one of the deepest canyons in the world in the gap between the mountains. In some places, this gorge is so inaccessible that many places remain untouched even today. This peak, known as the Shy Mountain, is always covered in clouds. Interestingly, in Tibetan mythology, Mount Namche Baroya is called a god-like guardian who splits the sky, behind which is hidden a secret holy land called Pemako. Looking west past this forest area of Lingchi, nature has once again taken on a harsh and pale form. The mountainous jungle and mild climate are left behind. And ahead is a vast high plateau of Ali, which is called the roof of the world. This land, spread at an altitude of 4,000 meters, is practically uninhabited. Only the horizon is empty and the dry sound of the cold wind. In that lonely wilderness, a strange natural scene suddenly comes into view. A forest made of clay seems to be frozen in a desert. Thousands of earth and stone pillars stand in rows. From a distance, it seems like the ruins of an ancient city. Hidden in these mud forests and stone caves are the remains of the once glorious Gog Empire. On the walls of the cave temples on the Red Hills, Buddhist paintings dating back hundreds of thousands of years are still painted in faded colors. Broken statues and signs of prayer places are scattered all around. Today, the silent ruins of this abandoned cave city tell stories silently in the air. It reminds us that the most powerful empires one day turn to dust. Let's leave the ruins of the Gog behind and journey towards higher wilderness. There is no settlement anywhere. There is no sound. Only a sharp cold wind is blowing. Suddenly, a mountain of extraordinary shape gradually becomes clear on the distant horizon. Its peak shows like a pyramid touching the sky. We have reached the area of the holy Kailash mountain. Mount Kailash is 6,638 meters high. Although it is not the highest in the Himalayas, people of four religions, Hindus, Buddhists, Jains and Baunas, consider it the spiritual center of the world. Yes, this white peak has not yet been defiled by anyone's touch. For hundreds of years, pilgrims have been paying homage by circumambulating the mountain. Many people take several days to complete this journey, which is about 52 kilometers long. They believe that this circumambulation washes away all the sins of life. Some complete this journey by prostrating themselves every 3 steps. For them, every step of the journey is a part of self-purification. There is a lake of people next to Kailash, a chariot of clear blue water, which is extremely sacred to the followers of both Hindu and Buddhist religions. They believe that bathing in the water of this river washes away the sins of past births. Therefore, after circling the mountain, the pilgrims bathe in the cold water of this river. Finally, we have reached the capital of Tibet, Lhasa. Located at an altitude of about 3,650 meters above sea level, the name Lhasa means the abode of the gods. For more than 1,000 years, this city has been the religious and cultural center of Tibet. Pilgrims from far and wide dream of coming to Lhasa at least once in their lives to pray. Because the Jokhang Temple located in the heart of Lhasa is the holiest Buddhist temple in Tibet. According to Tibetans, the golden statue of Josakumni on the main altar of the Jokhang Temple is a statue blessed by Buddha himself. Devotees consider the entire penance of their lives worthwhile to get a glimpse of this statue. And on the top of the Lhasa hill, the symbol of Tibet, Potala Prasad, stands tall. This huge Prasad fortress was once our residence and the administrative center of Tibet. This palace is still intact even in the storms of time. In the morning light, the white and red structure on the mountain shines as if it were a living symbol of Tibet's unwavering faith. In this journey through the diverse forms of Tibet, we are introduced to the beauty hidden from the harsh nature. The silent spirituality from the signs of ancient civilization. Tibet reminds us that even though time changes, faith and tradition do not disappear. Tibet has kept its spirit alive with its head held high in silence and devotion. Today, These were a few glimpses of unseen Tibet. There are countless more such things hidden in the earth. We will have to set out again to find them. So, see you on the next expedition.